Before I come back to you, Malika and Prashant Bhushan, why do you feel that the pitch of the campaign is not correct, Mr. Salve? Go ahead.
Let me tell you, Arnab, the first movement galvanized the country. It led to a situation where the government was forced to introduce a Lokpal bill. We now have a standing committee of parliament which is seized of the Lokpal bill. What is the message we are giving to the younger generation of India? Do not trust parliament, devalue all institutions, listen to a handful of people. Doesn't matter if there are other people who disagree with what they are saying. Because we say NGOs should be kept out, keep them out. Because we say Prime Minister should be brought in, bringing in. And if you do not listen to us, we will go on indefinite hunger strike. I'm sorry, this is not the language of civil society. We have to rebuild institutions. We have a robust democracy and we have to inculcate respect for institutions. We have to galvanize those institutions instead of devaluing them.
Okay, but can you also put a 3-day time limit on fast? I want Malika Sarabhai and then Prashant Bhushan to respond to that. Ms. Sarabhai.
I agree to a great deal about what Vinod and Harish are saying, but how are you going to rebuild those institutions? Unless we do a kind of movement like this, nobody is even willing to listen that institutions need to be rebuilt. Look at the lower courts in this country today. Look at the way the government is operating. Who was willing to even discuss corruption till this movement started?
This is the only language that can be understood, says Malika Sarabhai.
I don't agree.
It's like the Naxalites. Till they took to violence, nobody was listening to them.
No, but that's it. How far will you go?
No.
How far will you go down this path?
I don't agree with that at all.
No, it's not a question of, I think just now I agree that the pitch needs to be lowered. People need to sit down, but who is willing to actually sit down? Every political party is guarding their own turf because they have so many skeletons to hide. We do not believe that they are actually wanting to tackle corruption because they are corrupt.
You see, Arnab,
well, if they arrest Anna, if they threaten him, then it will get, people get emotional about it. And when emotions are there, these kind of reasonable things don't work. Why didn't they just let him fast or just say bring him on the table? Why didn't they televise those meetings? And if they were such reasonable people sitting there in parliament, why didn't they agree to televising meetings? They could have said you cannot show them in news hour, you cannot quote them out of context. There are rules the IPL also imposes on news channels. You can do those, but they didn't do it.
You can.
And there is such arrogance. So arrogance, how do you tackle arrogance, right?
Okay, so it's been badly handled.
And I agree, it gets a little, it's not as elegant, it's not as wonderful as sipping tea and writing laws. But what to do?
Okay.
What do you do?
It's now we're
come up with an action plan. Sometimes these liberal arts, this idea of like we'll come up, we must strengthen this and we must have this. Sometimes suggest how.
Okay, fine.
Young people especially want how.
I think that's a very valid concern. The point is coming again and again. It's been handled badly. Mr. Mehta, coming to you, but I just want to let Prashant Bhushan come in. Then I'll get a quick response from all of you. Yes, Mr. Bhushan.
See, it was only because of the first fast of Anna that this whole issue of the Lokpal bill was even brought on the table. Even at that time, it could have been said that, look, why are you fasting? Doesn't this amount to blackmail? I mean, fasting is a way to raise the moral conscience, arouse the moral conscience of the nation. And that's unfortunately the only thing that is the a huge public movement is the only thing that this government seems to be able to listen to. They are not willing to listen to the voice of reason. That is why the bill that they have brought in Parliament should not be called the Lokpal bill. It should be called the Promotion of Corruption bill, because it's a bill which has been designed to harass NGOs which are campaigning against corruption against the government. It's a bill to stifle whistleblowers who make complaints of corruption by providing for a government-appointed and government-controlled Lokpal, which has been given jurisdiction over 30 lakh NGOs, but only over 60,000 public servants, and has further provided for a 2-year jail sentence for a false complaint, while a minimum sentence of only 6 months for a corrupt official. So therefore, if this is how the government is going to behave, and they only listen when there is enormous pressure of public opinion, what's wrong with people?
Mr. Bhushan, the question I think both Vinod Mehta, Harish Salve and Mr. Sundaram seem to be raising is not about what the content of your argument. I think, Mr. Mehta,
Yes.
I want to draw you in. It's about the means. I think the question is more about the means, and I think the suggestion is that tomorrow this will almost amount to a brute show of force by Team Anna. That seemed to be the drift.
So the means was right when the first fast took place, and because now there is a second fast to ask the government to withdraw this bill and bring a proper bill, then the means becomes wrong.
Responses from Vinod Mehta first.
No.
Vinod Mehta.
I'm sorry, Arnab, can I react to that?
Okay, you react first, then I go to Mr. Mehta.
Yeah.
Go on, Mr. Sundaram.
Yes. Arnab, the point is this. What Prashant Bhushan is saying is that there is a movement. Nobody is disputing there can be a movement. There can always be a political movement. Gandhiji made such a huge movement. Our Congress party in those old days made a movement. My point is, when there's a movement, you consciously break a law which you feel is wrong. Don't turn around and say, how can the establishment or the government say that this is a law? On the contrary, even when Gandhiji went on all his boycotts, he was breaking a law. Now do it. Knowing that you are doing it, knowing the consequences you're doing it, do it. Don't say, this is the way I am going to revolt, this is the way I'm going to do it, and the government must play ball. If you feel the government is doing something wrong, do what you feel is necessary for it, but don't expect the government to be cooperating with you and saying, all right, just because you're protesting, I'm changing the law for you tomorrow. For anybody else, this is the law which will apply.
But then apply the same laws to all political parties.
We are bothered about you 50,000 people. We don't care about 14 million people who have to get to work or who have to go past those roads or anything else.
Who's saying that we don't bother about 14 million people?
Please fight it. We want to fight it, let's fight it. But let us know that if there is a law, there is a law. If the law is a correct law,
but then the law must also apply to political parties in the national capital.
There is no law.
Of course it does,
there is no law which says.
Party says we're having I'm sorry, which political party says I'm having an indefinite political meeting for the next God knows how many days? Nobody does that.
That's right.
They say we are having a meeting.
So what is your objection?
Well, I mean, they should.
I am saying by
what is your objection? Is it too indefinite?
They should arrest them then.
But deal with it as that and don't object when what you call the establishment, what you are revolting against, is laying down the law against.
Then we are leading.
If you feel you can break the law, do so.
If this is,
and make it a movement.
1 minute, yes.
But the movement is not 50,000 people. The movement has to become millions of people.
Okay, I'm coming to you, Mr. Salve, but Mr. Mehta first. Yes. Okay. So then we are leading up to an arrest tomorrow.
Arnab, the infirmities of the bill are not an issue. I concede that this is an improvement from the government's first draft. It's a better second draft. It could even be better. And there are some things in the bill which Prashant Bhushan and his team want to inculcate, which is a matter of detail and which is a matter of discussion. My fundamental problem is that this whole campaign is a tribute to Indian democracy. There would be no campaign of Anna and Prashant Bhushan without Indian democracy.
That's right.
This debate would not be going on today without Indian democracy. And they are devaluing and insulting that same democracy by saying that the institutions of that democracy,
but
they
Mr.
do not wish to engage with them.
But Mr. Mehta, the corruption has thrived under democracy too. Scams have happened under democracy too.
Arnab, it's an imperfect democracy. So therefore we have a serious problem with corruption.
Arnab, let's be very clear.
It's a very serious problem. We should get to it, but don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Can the government afford to arrest Anna tomorrow? That's a simple point. I'm coming down to the kernel of this debate.
Let's be very clear.
Mr. Salve.
Arnab, let's be very clear. The fundamental cause for corruption is not even being raised today. When you started the movement against corruption and asked for a Lokpal bill, you galvanized the nation. We have to carry this movement forward by debate, discussion and moving institutions. You have not insisted first that bring transparency in distribution of natural resources where maximum corruption lies.
You
have not
Mr.
insisted
Salve,
on
you should
electoral
see our
reform.
bill. It is there in our bill.
1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. You have insisting that this is my draft and this has to be accepted, otherwise we go on indefinite hunger strike. This is devaluing Indian institutions. And I do not agree. Yes, you have a right to protest. And I think despite the fact that I disagree with your methods, I agree that you have a right to protest. Possibly they will arrest Anna, which will only give a fillip to this movement. But please, we must bring issues back to the table. We must discuss, we must keep this issue alive.
Well,
Public opinion is what pressures institutions.
But
not
that's exactly the point, Mr.
indefinite
Salve.
strikes.
You see,
But who has walked away from the meetings?
Okay, yeah, one sec, Chetan.
The government has walked away from the meetings, or the Lokpal committee has walked away from the meetings? I lost my audio.
No, you're very much audible, Chetan. I can hear you loud and clear. Chetan Bhagat, go on.
No, I'm just saying
No, this is
that,
a bit
you know,
like
I
saying
just
that
met
if a man
Arvind Kejriwal
abuses
today,
his wife every
and
day-
he said, just
Look,
let me
1
just
minute.
1 minute. He said that Mr. Chidambaram said we should come and meet, and Arvind said when and where. But then there is no follow-up to that. There has been virtually no conversations. They are not denying meeting people. I mean, Mr. Prashant Bhushan and all, these were all eminent lawyers till few months ago. You said these are the best lawyers in the country. They couldn't have made a really bad bill, and if they have, then have a proper discussion. They only said they don't want to discuss. So everybody is discussing it, and let them fast. If you feel it's wrong to fast, let them fast. Why are you so bothered by it, right? If people are coming and swelling up and there's a groundswell of support, that's what's bothering people, right? It's the success of the movement that is bothering people. It is not the movement that is bothering people. Let them fast. If they are such unreasonable people, if they're dictators, if they're anarchists, let them fast.
No, my question is, will this be limited to Delhi? Malika Sarabhai, will this be limited to Delhi? Because it seemed to be quite an organized movement last time.
What, the protests? No. The protests are going to happen all across the country and are happening just now. And they will continue happening. There are hundreds of people, thousands of people in Ahmedabad, for instance, who are going to start fasting tomorrow.
But you'll be told, Malika Sarabhai, that these are clutches of people that you're organizing before selective cameras. This does not represent the popular view in this country. You need to fight an election to be sure that you represent the popular view. Otherwise, you know, I'm saying this, that you'll be told.
But that's ridiculous.
You have been told that.
Arnab, democracy doesn't only come alive when voting is at stake. I think this is the most exciting moment for democracy, certainly in the last 20 years. This is a public referendum which should be happening in democracies constantly and does not happen in India. We should be seizing this moment and saying, at last, the middle class is thinking of something besides their bank balances.
Well,
I think...
Well, the majority doesn't decide whether something is the truth or not, right?
Well, I can only say this.
This is the basic
I mean, the truth
issue
is the truth. I mean, even if 40% say it or 40% say it or 90% say it, if there has to be justice, there has to be accountability. Those are not decisions to be made by the majority.
Yes, Chetan.
Accountability has to be there.
Quick comment from Vinod Mehta. I'm getting quick comments before I wrap up. Mr. Mehta.
Arnab, if tomorrow somebody says that the government is not listening to me, that what I am saying is in the national interest, but the government is not listening to me, so I'm going to shoot the Prime Minister. I mean, if the government is not listening to you, you have to make the government listen to you. This is part of democracy.
But is that what's happening? Is someone saying, is someone threatening life?
No, that's not. That's Mr. Mehta.
Is someone threatening the Prime Minister?
No, that's not.
I mean, what kind of analogy is this?
I am just giving an example.
He's giving an example.
Please understand the spirit of what I am saying.
He's giving an example. He's giving an example. Tomorrow, tomorrow I put this question to the viewers of Newshour Tonight. And the question is this. Tomorrow, will Anna Hazare be arrested? Should he continue?
Obviously.
If he is arrested, you say obviously okay. If he is arrested, what's the immediate consequence? We'll follow the story. Ladies and gentlemen, the story...
Well, I think the most wise thing would be not to arrest him, but to remove him from the place, probably. That's what they would do.
Well, that means he will be taken into preventive detention before he starts his
I
march.
hope somebody listens to what Malika Sarabhai said. We need a referendum. We need to discuss the contents and galvanize public opinion on what would be an ideal bill instead of saying my bill versus your bill.
Tomorrow morning onwards, live coverage here on Times Now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We follow the story and I'll see you tomorrow once again. Good night and goodbye.